And we continue learning Dirshu Mishnah Bura Helchais Netilas Yadaim B'Siyata Deshmaya. We're going to be closing out Siman Kuf Samoch today. We're in the middle of Sif Yud Gimel, and Sif Yud Gimel in the end was discussing how multiple people can wash their hands with one revius of water. And the end of Sif Yud Gimel says, even if one washes after the other, why? Because when the first one started to add a revius, therefore you could continue. Since it came from the remnants of that which mitar, even the second one is allowed to wash with the same water. That's how many people can wash. As long as there's enough water to pour 3 times on each hand. You could keep the hands one next to another, one on top of the other, and wash all at once. You have to loosen your hands, I mean they can't literally be right on top of another, so that the water could go onto all of them. And with that, we go back to the Mishnah Bura at the end of Sif Yud Gimel, which is Sif Kotan Ayin Gimel. Says the Mishnah Bura of Yishma Tirna Afilu Ratzalaim Shenol Legam name that they atzon golachad ve'echad. You can wash each one by themselves. Uladei Azu, according to this opinion, Gan Kain, this is also as well Dafka, only Kshaval Lito Vasachas if they come to wash at once. Elo Dasheni Imtin Achito Risha, but the second one waited until the first one finished. Aval, as we saw previously, Kshaval Sheni Acher Zman. The second one came after some time. The first one finished washing. Now the second one wants to wash the remnants of the water. Then Eloi Mahani Livchos Mishir Revius Al Yedei, unless of course there is the revius. Sivkot Ayin Dalad Gam L'Sheni Zeh Oil Nachladei Azu, according to this opinion. The first guy has to pour in his hands 2 times. Ulitzam save and be precise benetilo with his washing. Kadesh Yishar Gam L'Sheni Shir Kadesh Yichal Yadav. So it's enough for the second guy that he can wash his hands. Masha'ein Kain L'Dei Rishon, according to the first opinion, then the first one had to pour the revius all at once. On this second opinion, Be'er Halacha explains at length how there are many opinions of Maisa that concur with this Yesh Aimrim and our Mekel. Valderach says, if got an ayin hey, Rotzaloimer. Explains him to Mishnah Bura, Shabuta Lital Zachar, Zafilu become an Ashim Tamanel. Chatzi look l'shleish of imtime, given the revius. Sagi l'shnayim, if one revius we learned could work for 2 people in Kain. Revius of Mechsel Sagi l'shleish, then a revius and a half should work for 3. What do you need? Chatzi look. Yesh Laimer, Shachash Chajam, given the Nefishi Gavri, lo yidaktu Yafa Lital Adaparak. Not every person is to be that precise to wash the exact amount. He needs Klachadi, something in Mayim Shishar l'chaveroi. Lachein, therefore, assume revius umechsa, it's also to do this with a revius and a half. But if the evidence not to lachem echatz revius, then yuchal litol shtei achronim merevius hanishar. Shalosh bam 3 times if katan ayin tayim betur cause of shtei bam. This goes back to how many times you wash your hands, 2 or 3. Dekar Natila says the Torah Misham Tayru shtei bamim vrakim yesh aleim nuchal chachaitzes. If you had something in your hands, and then you have to wash a 3rd time because of Aver Alech. Come on, Siman base that Mirz Hashem will get to soon enough. Zeb is sad Zeb. So we ended off that you can put one hand next to another. It says Mishnah Bura Sivkatan Ayin Ches. Bein mi taimim zeh mizeh minigiyasam. And they don't make one from another. It does not make it tamei b'nigiyah by touching each other. The kulam kiyad echad chashivi is all considered one hand. As we will see, Kavam Sim Kuf Samach Beis Sif Hey. But Dai Bezeh Gam Kein Bravius L'Shnayim U'B'Chatzi Lug L'Shleish of Arba. U'Ba'Ofen HaShvicha Do'Ilech Hasham Shviyos Gemayim Al Kulam. He pours the water on all of them. U'Mistavra Der Rishona Meikales Gam Kein Bezeh. So Stavra that even that this is not only going according to the latter opinion, this is going according to everyone in the whole Sif. We don't say if it came tummy as it falls off the first one hand. Why? The same we said a moment ago. Because everything that you're washing at one time is considered to be one hand. Now, sheyarpes katan pay. You don't want the hands pushing one on top of another, else the water will not go through to all of them. And we continue with Sif Yadaim that Tezvav says the Mechaber. You have to have the Revi'as in one place, in one cup. If you wash with an eighth and eighth, then it's not going to work. Sif Tezvav. Revi'as Sha'amru Bein Liyadav Shal Gadav Bein Liyadav Shal Katan. It's the same size. Melu Shtei Bnei Adam Zal Gav. Zev Zal Yodei. Zeh Yodei Achas. V'zeh Yodei Achas. V'achazar Hasheni Minat Yodei Hasheni. Harei Elu Kishleisha Bnei Adam. That's called like three people. Afika Chambaya V'kli Chatzi Lo Yadav Tahayreis. Then it's going to work. As we saw that with the Chatzi Lo, you can wash three people. Vim Lav. Ein Yodei Hasheni Tahayreis. Shein Bachas B'Chatzi Lo Yosef B'Shnei Bnei Adam. Because then you can't wash with such a quantity more than two people. And therefore, if there would be three people, it would be a problem. Says Mishnah Berurah Sivkata Pei Aleph, Shenata Mishminis. Even if you pour two times with one stream, Mahani. Why? This is similar to halacha that we saw that you need to have a kli dafka. Over here explains the Mishnah Berurah that you need to have all the water in one area, which basically means you need a kli that holds a revi'as, a small cup. You can pour it a bunch of times, it's not going to work. Shall katas have got to be base beer shall adam kat and vacha chazer hasheni arishad kai kmo shibarash bir Allah mashal fosh arei kishosh bnei adam da misalklinam biravi is achas l'shnei bnei adam haynu davka kshatal arishad shtei adam zachazah. They wash your hands one after another. Chen sheni achar aval kan shlo natam etchila rak yodei achas atal hasheni gam ken achar av choshev v'zeh kilu kvar nalu shtei anashim. And therefore, it's like a third person of Mela in Daiber Revi'as. You need to have the Chatzi Log in Yadav Hey in Sheyadav Alav Revi'as Mayim. And we're going to stop over here. I'll pick it up for Siman Kuf Samach Aleph in the next Shiur.